Expression of giving and offering suggestion or recommendation in English. So this expression will be very useful for you, especially when you are trying to make a problem solution easy. So let's check it out. Imagine that you haven't seen a good friend in a month. In a telephone call, your friend tells you she would like to get together for dinner, but can't think of a restaurant to go to. So, you offer an idea. Listen to a short conversation.
I'd love to have dinner on Friday, but I'm not sure where. How about we go to Chez Philip? Great idea. I haven't been there in over a year.
The phrase how about is one common way to make a friendly suggestion in English. To make a suggestion means to offer an idea or plan for someone to think about. You probably already know a few ways to make suggestions in English, using words such as could or should. But on this discussion, on this meeting, we'll talk about common phrases you can use for making friendly suggestions. And we use many of these phrases in question form. So let's start from the phrase how about. Let's start by talking a little more about the phrase how about. When you ask a question using how about, you are asking someone if they agree with what you are suggesting. So there are two structures of using this phrase. The first, how about plus subject plus simple verb form. So look at the example here. How about we go to the Chez Philip? How about we go to Chez Philip? In this example, the subject is we and the verb is go. Okay? So let's see the second structure for using how about is how about plus gerund. So look at the example here. How about going to Chez Philip? In this example, the subject is still we. Okay, although it's not directly stated. Okay, instead, the subject is implied. Okay, and going here is the gerund form of the verb go. In the last option, you see that you can also use how about plus gerund to make a suggestion for an action that does not involve you. So, for example, how about starting a group of English learners? So let's talk about what about. The phrase what about is very similar to how about. So literally, you can replace the phrasing how about plus gerund with what about plus gerund to express the same meaning. So you can use how about plus gerund or you can use what about plus gerund to express the same meaning. It has the same function. So for example, what about going to Chez Philip? However, but what about plus gerund is less common in American English than any other types of English. So something that English learners will notice is that native English speakers often leave out both the subject and verb when we use what about and how about to make suggestion. So look at the example. How about Chez Philip? What about Chez Philip? So there is no subject and there is no verb. So this is very common in spoken English, especially used by native English speakers. Okay. So get used to it, guys. Why don't is very similar to how about and what about. The difference here is that we ask the question using the negative don't. Okay, so the structure is why don't plus subject plus simple verb form. So let's see the example again, and but this time with why don't. Why don't we go to Charles Philip? Okay, so the next phrase that you can use when you give suggestion is the word why not. The phrase why not. Why not also use the negative not, but this phrase is a little different from the other phrases. It is usually used to make more general suggestion. Advertisers often use why not for selling product or services. The structure is why not plus simple verb form. So here's the example. Why not treat yourself to a Caribbean holiday? In this example, the subject is you, but it is not directly stated. Tidak secara jelas disebutkan. And the verb is treat. Okay, so the next phrase that you can use to give a suggestion is the phrase shall. Using shall is another way to make a suggestion. However, but it sounds a lot more formal and it is more common in British English than American English. So the structure is shall plus subject plus simple verb form. Example, shall we go to Chess Philip? Shall we go to Chess Philip? One thing to note when using shall to make suggestion, it is only used with the subjects I and we. We would not say, shall you to over an idea? No, you can't use the subject you, but it is only for the subject I and we. Sometimes suggestions are expressed in statements instead of questions, such as with the phrase let. Let is a contraction for the words let us, and it is used to tell someone what you want to do with them. The structure is let plus simple verb form. So here's the example. Let's go to Chess Philip. In this sentence, the subject is us. Okay, because let is the contraction for the word let us. Let us. So how do you respond to friendly suggestion? You can either accept or decline. So let's learn about the phrases or the expression that you can use when you are trying to accept the suggestion, or maybe you want to decline the suggestion. So a few phrases for accepting a suggestions are, this is just the example, you can have more other expression from other sources. The first example how to accept the suggestion, that's a good idea, or that's a great idea. Or maybe you can say, that sounds good, that sounds great, or perfect. Maybe you can say, thanks, I'd love to. So this is just the expression. So it is not limited to this expression. You can find out another expression in other sources also. So let's take a look at the expression that you can use when you try to decline the suggestion. A few phrases for declining a suggestion include I'd prefer blah 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 blah, like I'd prefer to go to the market than to the movie, to the cinema or something. Or maybe you can say that's a good idea, but blah blah blah. Okay. So I'm not sure. So this is also declining. When you decline a suggestion, you may want to then politely suggest something else. For example, I'm not sure. Chess Philip is not my favorite. How about Fearless Farmers? Fearless Farmers nama restoran, Chess Philip juga nama restoran. So if you decline one suggestion, it is polite to suggest something else. Like I'm not sure, Chess Philip is not my favorite. How about Fearless Farmers? Ya, jadi memberikan saran yang lain. Kalau Anda menolak saran yang pertama. So making and responding to suggestion in English takes practice. Okay, so you have to practice, especially in your speaking and with your friends. But it's one of the more fun things you can do with a classmate, with your friend, with your family member. So keep practicing your English. And I will share you the exercise that you can express, you can practice this material, especially how to suggest something. Okay, so let's see. So let's see the exercise. You can open your English book and you can see the exercise in page number 87 up to 88. So the exercise in A. Study this sentence, then try to give another 3 suggestions on the problem discussed in the text. Okay, so the text already has provided some suggestion, but you can try to find another suggestion about the problem mentioned in the text. So in order to make sure that the entertainment of technology doesn't get in the way of our success, student and adult should learn to limit themselves to a reasonable number of minutes a day. So maybe you can try to find another suggestion other than something that's already mentioned in the text. Okay, so be creative, try something new, try to find another idea than it is already mentioned in the text. So the second part of the exercise is B. Give a suggestion or advice to the following problems and issues and support your suggestion with reason or arguments. So the first problem is that working parents tend to have difficulties in understanding what their children need. Orang tua yang bekerja itu cenderung memiliki kesulitan dalam memahami kebutuhan anaknya. So if this is a problem, what suggestion that you have? Using the phrases that we have studied in the previous slides, okay? So the second topic is that Indonesian people are likely to travel to another country during holiday. They have no idea that Indonesia has a lot of beautiful places to go. Banyak orang Indonesia yang liburan ke luar negeri, padahal di Indonesia banyak sekali tempat-tempat yang indah untuk dikunjungi. So if this is the problem for you, so you have to find a suggestion to make Indonesian people travel to Indonesian areas, Indonesian region, Indonesian beautiful spots. Okay, so the next problem. Students often use internet as their reading sources. They seem to leave books as their references. Banyak sekali mahasiswa atau siswa yang menggunakan internet sebagai sumber bacaan. Jadi mereka banyak meninggalkan buku-buku sebagai bahan rujukan. Jadi mereka banyak menggunakan rujukan dari internet. If this is a problem, what is your suggestion? Using the expression that we have studied in the previous slides. Next, so this is kind of the conversation. Okay, just imagine yourself that you are talking to Alex. My cousins are going to spend their holiday in Bandung and they want me to take them to good places to visit around Bandung. Do you have any suggestion? Sepupu saya mau menghabiskan liburan di Bandung dan mereka meminta saya untuk mengajak mereka ke tempat-tempat yang bagus ketika mengunjungi Bandung. Do you have any suggestion? Apakah kamu ada saran? Nah, just imagine yourself that you live in Bandung, so maybe you can have suggestion. Okay, so what is your suggestion for Alex? So another case, imagine yourself talking to Bella. Oh my, I think I left my mobile phone at home. Now what I'm going to do? I can't do anything without my phone. Okay. So if this is happen, the problem is happening with Bella and Bella is talking to you, what is the suggestion that you can give to Bella? Just imagine, okay? Be creative and do the exercises with the expression and phrases that we have studied in the previous slide. Okay, good luck. See you. Bye.